Welcome to 5-Minute Project Manager episode 67, where we break down everything project management into 5-minute segments. Today, we're diving into a topic that can make or break your project's reputation: ethics in supplier and vendor relationships. Let's get started. Picture this. You're managing a high-profile project and your team needs to procure materials from a supplier. You've got options, some are cheap but lack transparency, while others align with your organization's ethical standards but come at a higher cost. What do you choose? When it comes to supplier and vendor relationships, the stakes are high. Unethical practices can lead to legal issues, financial losses, and damage to your organization's reputation. But ethical practices? They build trust, foster long-term partnerships, and ensure that your project delivers value responsibly. Ethics in supplier and vendor relationships isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. Here's why. First, let's talk about trust. Relationships with suppliers and vendors rely on mutual trust. If you cut corners or engage in shady practices, that trust erodes. And when trust is gone, collaboration becomes nearly impossible. Second, there's accountability. As a project manager, you're accountable for every aspect of your project, including how you select and work with vendors. Any unethical decision you make or allow can have a ripple effect, impacting not just your project, but also your organization. Lastly, ethics play a crucial role in risk management. Unethical practices like accepting bribes or overlooking quality standards can expose your project to financial, legal, and reputational risks. Let's break down what ethical vendor management looks like in practice. Transparency is key. Transparency starts with clear communication. When issuing a request for proposal, provide detailed information about your requirements and evaluation criteria. Be upfront about your expectations, timelines, and budget. Transparency doesn't end there. During negotiations, disclose any potential conflicts of interest. For example, if one of your team members has a personal connection with a vendor, it's important to address it openly. Fairness and equal opportunity. Treat all vendors with fairness. This means providing equal access to information and ensuring that your selection process is impartial. Avoid favoritism or discriminatory practices, and focus on objective criteria like cost, quality, and reliability. Remember, fairness extends to how you manage contracts. Stick to the terms you've agreed upon, and avoid making unreasonable demands or changes that could harm the vendor's business. Respect for labor and environmental standards. Ethics go beyond financial transactions. Consider the broader impact of your procurement decisions. Are your suppliers adhering to fair labor practices? Are they minimizing their environmental footprint? Choosing vendors who prioritize sustainability and human rights not only aligns with ethical standards but also enhances your organization's reputation as a responsible player. Accountability and continuous improvement. Hold yourself and your vendors accountable. This includes conducting regular performance reviews and addressing any issues promptly. If a vendor fails to meet ethical standards, take corrective action, but do so fairly and constructively. Continuous improvement is also vital. Work with your vendors to identify areas for growth, whether it's improving quality, streamlining processes, or adopting more sustainable practices. Now let's talk about the gray areas, situations where the right course of action isn't immediately clear. Imagine a vendor offers you a gift as a token of appreciation. It might seem harmless, but accepting it could create a perception of bias. In such cases, it's best to consult your organization's ethics policy. Many organizations have clear guidelines on accepting gifts or favors to avoid conflicts of interest. Another common dilemma involves cost-cutting pressures. You might be tempted to choose a low-cost supplier, even if they have questionable labor practices. While saving money is important, compromising on ethics can lead to bigger problems down the line, including reputational damage and loss of stakeholder trust. The key to navigating these dilemmas is to stay grounded in your organization's values and ethical principles. When in doubt, seek advice from your legal or compliance team. Ethical vendor management isn't just theory, it has real-world implications. Consider companies like Apple and Nike, which have faced scrutiny over labor practices in their supply chains. These cases highlight the importance of due diligence in supplier selection and ongoing monitoring. On the flip side, organizations like Patagonia have built their brand on ethical procurement practices, such as prioritizing fair trade and sustainability. Their commitment to ethics not only aligns with their values but also resonates with their customers. To sum up, ethics in supplier and vendor relationships is about more than just avoiding wrongdoing. It's about building trust, ensuring accountability, and creating value that aligns with your organization's principles. By focusing on transparency, fairness, and respect for broader social and environmental standards, you can set the foundation for strong, ethical partnerships. And when challenges arise, let your values guide you. To help support the channel, don't forget to visit the 5-Minute PM merch store. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and keep those projects thriving like a pro. This is 5-Minute Project Manager signing off.